Jared Polin, FroKnowsPhoto.com, and this is your Photo News Fix. This fix is brought to you by this, my Ridge wallet. For years, I'd walk around with a massive lump in the front of my jeans or dress pants. Now I know what you're thinking. Jared, you're Jewish. Didn't the mohel take too much off? Well, yes. Yes, he did. But that's not the lump I'm talking about, you weirdos. The lump was my massive wallet in my front pocket. I decided it was time to try out the Ridge wallet. The Ridge wallet is a minimalist RFID blocking wallet that lets you hold 1 to 12 cards, and the one that I'm using personally has a money clip on the outside. If you'd like to pick up one, head on over to ridgewallet.com/fro, use the code FRO at checkout to get 10% off and free worldwide shipping. And as a little secret, Steven and Dan use one too. First up, we have an update to a story we brought you last week where Apple launched their pound sign. That's right, pound sign, because I'm taking it back, Steven.
You watch.
I don't want to say hashtag, but anyway, where they launched their hashtag shot on iPhone contest. At that time, the winners of the contest would win the massive prize of giving Apple the rights to their images for credit or exposure. Well, after reporting the story, Apple decided to reverse course thanks to Photo News Fix and no one else. Steven, it's true. They must have watched Fix and were like, oh, Jared thinks this should be different. Actually, I didn't even say that last week. I was like, you should enter anyway. After a major backlash from photographers around the world, Apple has updated the contest rules to say winners will receive a licensing fee for use on billboards and other Apple marketing channels. So there you go. You now have no reason not to enter, unless you own an Android, which in that case, you can't enter. And you're probably sitting there yelling at the screen about how Apple sucks and I'm a sheep for using it. Well, you're right. Bah. Next up, is the sky falling for camera sales? No, actually, that's just dust falling from the Fro factory because it's so old. Since the peak in 2010, sales of standalone digital cameras have been plummeting, and one company thinks they will plummet another 50% over the next 2 years. Canon president Fujio Mitarai gave an interview to the Nikkei that looks something like this. And by this, I mean I can't read it. But through the magic of Google Translate, I can now read it. Mitarai says the market of global interchangeable lens cameras is roughly 10 million units per year. Shit, Steven, I hope they all have my gear vault. But Canon sales have been steadily dropping by 10% a year over the past few years. Gee, could that be because they waited so long to compete or attempt to compete with the likes of Sony? I'd be curious to hear what the president of Sony has to say about the industry. Unfortunately, he couldn't be reached for comment because I don't have his phone number. Nonetheless, Canon still thinks they will sell 5 to 6 million prosumer and professional cameras once the downward trend levels out. Or in my opinion, once they actually start going all in on the future of photography. In the meantime, they will shift some of their focus to more corporate sales such as surveillance and medical equipment. What do you think? Do you think their sales are hurting because people aren't buying as many cameras? Or could it be that Canon hasn't been giving people what they want? You won! You won the Tamron lens. No, well, that's what I'd be saying if you actually did win it. Now, if you haven't entered to win the lens yet, head on over to FroKnowsPhoto.com/IWantG2. And as long as the clock is still ticking down on that website, you have a chance to win. But you better hurry up because it ends on the 31st.
Good luck.
And finally, is Nikon in deep doo-doo with their new Mirrorless Z system? The reason I asked that question is they just announced their Trade Up to Z promotion that runs through March 31st, 2019. Now, I find it a little odd that a mere few months after the release of the new system, they are already offering a discount. Here's how it works according to Nikon's website. Trade in your old camera for a revolutionary new Nikon Z series camera between January 27th, which has already passed, and March 31st, 2019, and get up to $400 in addition to your camera's trade-in value. By the way, any camera means any interchangeable lens camera that's working. That could be an old film camera, that could be an old digital camera. As long as it's working, you can trade it in. Now, Steven, do you think they accept Pentax?
No.
Well, maybe they do, and they'll give you like 2 cents for it.
No.
If you're interested in the Z6, you will get a $200 trade-in bonus plus the camera's trade-in value, along with a discount on the F to Z adapter when you purchase it at the same time. If you decide that the Z7 is for you, you will get $400 in trade-in bonus and the same discount on the F to Z adapter. Now, what I love is when companies pull quotes from reviewers as if reviewers have any pull. Now, here's one. If you're graduating from any other Nikon camera, you won't go wrong with a Z6 or Z7. Hey, Steven, what ass clown said that quote?
You did.
Oh shit, I did. Now, let me point out one thing. I never said Z space 6 or Z space 7. I said Z6 or Z7. Get it right, Nikon. Quick note, no, I didn't get paid by Nikon to say that quote, and no, Nikon doesn't pay me for anything. They sometimes take us on free trips though and feed us. So what do you think about this offer? Is it a sign of bad sales or is it a good promotion? And will it put you over the edge? Let me know down below. Now, one more thing, if you're looking for a good place to trade in your camera, check out Adorama or Alan's Camera. And there you have it, that's your photo news fix this time around. To check out the last fix, go ahead and click on the screen right here. Don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe, and all of that good stuff. And that's it. Jared, Polin, FroKnowsPhoto.com. See ya.